Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. Football days don't get any better than that. Arsenal win. Kai Havertz scores his first Arsenal goal. Absolutely perfect. Man United lose and Man City lose on the same day. Absolutely perfect. What a Saturday for us. Absolutely incredible. Exactly what we needed. A performance, not just 1-0 or 2-0. We got a 4-0 victory. And somehow, once again, away from home, we are literally perfect. We don't concede any goals away from home. How many clean sheets is that now? I think that is 4 clean sheets out of 4 away games this season. We just don't concede any goals. And to be honest, it could have been like 6 or 7 goals. Jesus could have had one. Kete could have had one. Absolutely incredible performance. Absolutely loved it. We got the victory that we wanted. And what a way. I mean, we are now second on the table, and Man City have lost, so we are 1 point behind them. It can't get any more perfect than that. Obviously, we will drop down to third after Tottenham, Liverpool. One of them will win, or if they draw, we are going to go to third either way. But that is perfect. Right before we play Man City next week, we get the victory. We Man City lose, and then we play them next week when they have a few injuries, and then on top of that, Fabio Vieira is back. Declan Rice is back. Saka is back, although he went off with another injury. Again, looks like it. Another knock. Jesus again went out with another knock, but players like Trossard were back in the lineup on the bench. Martinelli will be back. Thomas Partey will be back. Stunning, man. Like, that's exactly what we needed. That is exactly what we needed. Let me know what you guys made of the game. Let me go through the lineup. This was Arsenal's lineup today. So let me know what you made of the game. So on the bench, in goal, Raya. Defensively, same back four that we usually have: Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, and Benoit. I think you're going to be using that a lot this season, just like last season, and then a bit of rotation. Now, last season we had Tomiyasu to bring on, Holding to bring on, Kivia to bring on, Tini to bring on. Now we have like 2 or 3 defenders on the bench, so sometimes you might see Zinchenko getting subbed off. Sometimes you might see Saliba getting subbed off, which I have no problem with as long as everyone stays fit. We are good. Midfield-wise, we had Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Odegaard. No problem with that. I'm actually surprised that Declan Rice started. Personally, since we have 2 big games coming up, I wouldn't have started him. But hey, this is the Premier League. I guess Ate is looking at the Premier League as the main thing. We need to like compete for this one. And then up front, Saka on the right and Nketiah up front and Jesus on the left. Some people had a problem with Jesus starting on the left. No, I don't have any problems with that at all. To be honest, as I've always said, this Arsenal team right now, I really don't care who is starting. Whether he wants to start Saka on the left side or Jesus on the left side or Havertz as a striker or Nketiah as a striker or Nelson starting or Smith Rowe starting or Vieira or Rice or Partey, whoever is starting, I literally do not have a problem with because I believe in each one of those players, man. Like this team that we have right now, there's no need of saying this one, if he comes on, you're not going to do anything. No, like even when Nelson comes on, he's going to do something. When Smith Rowe comes on, he's going to do something defensively, and Tomiyasu comes on, he does something as well. Like you can just see by the way we're getting man of the man of the match awards. Tomiyasu today, Rice tomorrow, Odegaard the next day. It's well balanced. Like most of our players are good. Obviously, there are standout players like Odegaard and Rice who are like Odegaard is just on another level. Like even today, the passing just stunning. But most of our players did well. And I can't wait to talk about Havertz, man. He scored a goal. Man. This is the first goal I think since March. We'll talk about that though. On the bench today, as you can see, Trossard was back on the bench. More good news for us. Ramsdale, Kivio, Tomiyasu, El Neni, Jorginho, Fabio Vieira, Smith Rowe, Trossard, and Reece Nelson. That was our bench today. Again, our bench is starting to look stronger once again because when Thomas Partey returns and when Martinelli returns, like our bench will look even more stronger. So with that team on the pitch, I think I predicted 3-0, and I went for Jesus, Havertz, and Odegaard to score. So I was right in terms of Havertz and Odegaard. I thought Jesus was definitely going to score today. I mean, he was so close like 3 times to score today. But in terms of the lineup, absolutely no problem. I think that is just before I started the match itself, I think that is the 87th match Saka started in a row. That is crazy. Like that guy is just absolutely incredible. So within the first 5 minutes, you could see the game was going to be a bit open. Raya passed the ball to Zinchenko, and we got our first opening in terms of like Zinchenko quick pass to, I think it was Benoit to Saka on the right side, and then we put in our first cross of the game. And from right then, I knew we were going to get spaces because I watched Bournemouth a couple of weeks ago and they played Chelsea, the 0-0 draw. Chelsea got so many opportunities in midfield, And I was like, if we have Odegaard there, like we're gonna ball out. Like if we have Odegaard in that midfield, we are gonna be absolutely fine. And I had him as my captain in FPL, and I changed it today. I don't know why I changed it, but he is incredible. That space, if you give him that space, he's going to punish you. And came the first goal. But before the goal, Saliba made an incredible tackle once again today in the 12th minute, and Gabriel made some superb blocks once again today. So both of them absolutely on form. And then came the first goal. From who? From Martin Odegaard. Odegaard put in a very, very quality cross to Jesus. As I'm actually watching it right now, Jesus hit the post, and Bukayo Saka with the rebound. You'll have to see it. This guy is just incredible. Even if he's not 100%, he's always going to score. He's always going to assist. Like, what a player that we have here. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Like Bukayo Saka needs to stay Arsenal for the next like 20 years. He's just absolutely brilliant. So Bukayo Saka made it 1-0. And this was the block from Saliba. I think this was it. Yeah, this was the block from Saliba. Just look at that. Like this is from Gabriel, but Gabriel and Saliba, both of them, they made two very good tackles and blocks in the box. Both of them absolutely on form. So 1-0 to Arsenal. Zinchenko also had a shot that was saved, and then came the penalty. Ketia, good work again on the left side, just like he did with the Crystal Palace penalty. Today, once again, Ketia with good work on the left side to get the penalty. He is quick, so he can get you those fouls and quick crosses and stuff like that, quick positioning. So he got us that penalty, and I was actually saying for that second penalty, it was either going to be Saka or Odegaard. Like right now, we're in such a good position. Like anyone who picks up that ball to take the penalty, whether it's Saka, whether it's Odegaard, whether it's Jesus, I'm like, we are going to score. Like everyone is just absolutely here in terms of confidence, especially those front players. He gave it to Odegaard. Odegaard has taken our penalties away from home, I think. Yeah, Crystal Palace and this one for today. So away from home, Odegaard has taken our penalties. He scored both of them, and Saka scored both of them against Fulham, right? And against which other team did Saka score a penalty against? Was it? It was a top team, right? Was it? Remind me which other team Saka scored a penalty against. I can't remember, but I think Saka scored 2 penalties. Was it PSV? There's someone that Saka scored a penalty against. I can't remember. But Odegaard, to make it 2-0, fantastic. Right before halftime, that's exactly what you need. A lot of people are predicting 1-0, 0-0. I was like, really? Like, you guys still don't have respect for Arsenal, man. You still think you're going to draw with Bournemouth 0-0, 1-0, all that? No. Like, whenever we get that early goal, especially away from home, you need to know how good Arsenal is away from home. And 2-0 at halftime. At that time, I was screaming to take off the likes of Saka. Now, you don't need to be scared in terms of being a fan or a manager. But that is something that I have a problem with until today. Like, every time Zinchenko plays for 45 minutes, I'm like, okay, take him off. Even if Partey's on the pitch, he plays for 30 minutes, we are 2 goals up. Take him off. I don't want them to get injured. These days, I have the same feeling about the likes of Jesus and Saka. Like, if we get 2 goals, I'm like, yeah, take them off. Take off Jesus, take off Saka immediately. I mean, he didn't take them off, but we got a second penalty of the game. We were 2 goals up, and I can't lie to you, I was screaming at the top of my voice, it's another penalty. Please, God, please give it to Havertz. Please. Odegaard has scored his. We know Saka is going to. Please just give it to Havertz. He needs to open his account. You don't know how happy I was when Saka gave that ball to Havertz. I was like, fine, that one goal, it can give you lots of confidence. And the opponents need to pray, because if Havertz like starts scoring and Fabio Vieira starts scoring like that, then it's going to be a nightmare for the opponents. Like, if all of those players start scoring, it's going to be problems. And the moment that Vieira's gotten the confidence now and Havertz, that goal is going to give him a lot of confidence. Like right after that penalty, you're going to talk about the penalty, but immediately after, you could see how Havertz was touching the ball and passing. He looked like Maradona because of that one goal. Kai Havertz looked like Maradona all of a sudden in that second half. I was like, shoot the ball, Havertz. You've scored one. You can score another one. Get a hat trick. He gave the penalty to Havertz, and then I was watching with someone, and they were like, what if he misses? I was like, oh, yeah, what if he misses this penalty? Oh, no. Just imagine if he missed that penalty. Like, people will be like, this guy's crap. Like, he's never going to score. They gave it to Havertz, and Havertz scored. Look at how happy everyone else was for him. That's made me so happy, man. Like, the way, especially, I think it was Saka, the one who gave him the penalty. Saka, like, he was so happy that Havertz scored. Same as Saliba. I saw Saliba running from the back. Like, he was so happy that Havertz scored. Like, everyone, look at Gabriel behind Havertz. Like, everyone is so happy that he scored a goal. Man, let me have a sip of water. Absolutely fantastic. Rice, all of them happy. Odegaard, and you have to score that. You know, given a penalty like that, you have to score, because we have so many players who can score that. We have Odegaard who can get a brace. We have Saka who can get a brace as well. If Saka took both penalties, would have had a hat-trick today. Jesus can take a penalty as well. He's not scored in a couple of games in the Premier League. Nketiah might ask for it as well. He's not scored in a couple of games in the Premier League. He might want the penalty as well. So if Jorginho is on the pitch, he could take it. So if you're given that penalty when Saka and Odegaard are on the pitch and Jesus as well, you have to put it in. And like the way they slotted in the penalties, Odegaard and Havertz, very confident. And I'm so happy that Havertz has finally scored, man. Like, even if he had lost that game 5-1 and Havertz scored, I would have been so happy, man. So happy. His first Arsenal goal. I think that is his first goal, like, since March. Like Chelsea killed this player completely, man. Like, it's like a new player. It's like, it's not the same player he was at Leverkusen. So really happy that he got that goal to make it 3-0. And from that point on, it was a matter of, can we get 4? Can we get 5? Can we take off Saka? Now, the moment he got the third goal, as I've just said, I'm one of those scared people. I was like, please just take off Saka right now. Take off Jesus right now. Take off Declan Rice right now. Take off Zinchenko right now. Those 4 or 5 players who, they can get injured anytime. Unfortunately, we didn't take them off, and we actually ended up taking off Saka when he was had a knock later on. But Nketiah had an opportunity. I mean, Nketiah, the finishing a bit poor. Yes, he got us a penalty, but in terms of the way he was creating the opportunities for himself, fantastic. So in terms of the way Nketiah was passing 2-3 players, and then he dribbles, cuts in, and then the final shot, the problem. I think he did that 3 or 4 times a day. Energy-wise, you can never say anything bad about Nketiah. In terms of energy and giving it his all, I rewatched the Bournemouth game the second time yesterday, and I was just watching Nketiah. I was like, my goodness, this guy was running. He was running the whole pitch, left, right. He never stands, just stands and watches the game. Now he's going to run for you for 100 minutes, and that is why Nketiah can play in an Arteta team and Pepe can't. I don't think Pepe can run as much as someone like Nketiah does throughout the game. Today he did the same. Absolutely fantastic. Love that. Love the way he got us the penalty as well. But still, the finishing product, if he was clinical, it would have been 2 goals for him as well. But in terms of overall performance, was good. And then he was subbed off actually next to Zinchenko as well. Nelson and Tomiyasu came on. As I told you guys, we are going to need everyone in this team. Even before the injuries, we need everyone to be fit. We need everyone to be performing. Everyone is going to be used. So whenever you start saying stuff like, get Havertz gone, get Nketiah gone, Tomiyasu. I remember when Tomiyasu got a red card, some of you are like, Tomiyasu is useless. Easy, really. I actually think in terms of defending, I think Gabriel is very good in terms of defending and scoring in the opposition box and getting goals. Ben White is good at passing. Yes, Saliba is good in his tackling. Zinchenko is good in terms of ball control and getting into midfield. But in terms of, one-on-one defending, I think Tomiyasu is one of our best defenders. If we give him a man-marking job, I don't think anyone can actually do better than Tomiyasu. So whenever people start saying Tomiyasu is useless, sell him, why did we sell Tierney instead? I would have loved Tierney to stay, but not Tomiyasu to go. Tomiyasu has to be in this team. We are going to need everyone. Look at the ways Nelson helped us the other day. Came on today, looked lively. Smith Rowe was so close to scoring 2 goals. If Smith Rowe scored today, I don't know what would have done. Havertz and Smith Rowe scoring on the same day would have been incredible. So we need everyone to be scoring, everyone to be performing. I'm so happy to see Havertz scoring, Nelson scoring, hopefully Smith Rowe scores soon, Saka scoring, Odegaard scoring, Jesus scoring. We need every one of those players scoring and their confidence going up. Fabio Villa came on after Saka was knocked down again. The number of times this guy is fouled, I don't even know, man. We need to protect him. Every time we get 2 goals, just take him off. Declan Rice once again looked very good in midfield. Doesn't complicate anything at all. Smith Rowe also came on for Havertz, and Jorginho came on for Rice. And then for the next 10 minutes, we were just creating chances here and there. We are missing a couple of them. But Odegaard, how many did Odegaard have? 2 assists today? Oh, bloody hell! I removed him as my captain. It would have been a goal and 2 assists. Yeah, right. He was the one. Was it Odegaard or Vieira who put in the cross for the 4th goal? Just let me know in the comment section who put in the cross for Ben White. Was it Odegaard or Vieira? I can't even lie. At that time, I was at Man City and I was like, can that game end, please? So I think it was Odegaard or Vieira who put in the cross for Ben White's goal. Let me know in the comments. But whoever it was, Ben White scoring as well. Last season, he scored against Bournemouth too. This one he scored against them as well to make it 4-0. Absolutely perfect. It can't get any better than that. 4-0 to Arsenal. Biggest win of the season so far. Things you love to see. Let me take a few of your comments. Another clean sheet for David Raya, says Frederick. We are just so good away from home. I think even if we play Carl Hein, the third choice goalkeeper, away from home, you're just going to win anyway. Havertz was on fire, says John. I'm so happy that he scored, man. I wish you could see how much I celebrated that goal. And it was a penalty. I was jumping up and down. It's a thrilling weekend with max 3+ points, says Dennis. I'm the happiest with the Havertz goal, says Chelina. Tomiyasu is versatile. He can play left, right, and central. KT plays only left, simple, says Rogers. I agree that, I mean, I would have loved Tierney to stay, but the people who are saying sell Tomiyasu and keep Tierney, never in a million years. Like when Tomiyasu is fit, he's going to help you, as you said, in so many positions. Right back, he can come on for Saliba. He can come on for Ben White. He can probably even come on for David Raya if we need him to. Like, so good. And touch wood and everything, he's stayed fit for this season so far. I hope we can stay fit for the entire season. That would be so helpful for us. But Jesus, how comes the guy struggles to finish clear chances? I mean, I think he still did well. Yes, obviously there's a couple of chances that him and Ketia missed that are supposed to go in. But I guess the other way you can look at that is, I know Haaland is miles clear, but if you watch Man City's games, Haaland misses like 4 or 5 good chances every single game. That is the truth. I do agree with Chelsea fans also saying, you know, Jackson, yes, misses chances, but Haaland misses the same number of chances. It's all about how many chances you can create, because if you create 5 chances for him and he scores 3 goals and he misses 2, you're going to forget about the misses. But obviously, I do still need them to be more clinical, him and Kete. But as of now, nothing to complain about today, to be honest. I'm so happy Martinelli and Partey will be back for Man City. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Like this, like we are playing like this without Partey on the pitch, without Martinelli on the pitch, without Trossard on the pitch. Exciting times, man. Sincerely, Arsenal is playing good away, but when it's come to home games, I always play with fear. Arsenal always play with fear. I don't know if it's fates, if it's just because like we open up more. I don't know why, but for some reason it just open up more and we concede more goals and we end up winning 3-2 or drawing 2-2. But away from home, very solid. Yes, it's a good one. Arsenal up the Gunners. London is red again. It's always been red, Musa. Let's do the player ratings. There's a big game starting Tottenham and Liverpool. So not Brentford. We already beat Brentford. So Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 4. Player ratings. Let's start with David Raya goal. Made a couple of very good saves. He kept a clean sheet. It looked very good in terms of aerial balls. Like I really love Ramsdale. But I actually feel so sorry for him. You know, Ramsdale is nominated for like the Ballon d'Or of goalkeepers, and he's not even going to be our starting goalkeeper. That's crazy. But David Raya, I mean, he's not done anything wrong, so I can't really say anything. David Raya gets an 8 out of 10 for today. Fantastic. Made a couple of very good saves, aerial balls, and the passing as well. Like if you go to that game, the 5th minute of the match, like David Raya got the ball, and the pass he gave to Zinchenko, that one pass, it put us on the attack, and we actually created an opportunity from that one pass. Like another goalkeeper, like if you had Petr Cech or Leno, that would have been like going to Ben White on the right side or something. Like the pass right into their midfield, right to Zinchenko's feet, right into the space. Fantastic. So David Raya gets an 8 out of 10 for today. Center backs were again absolutely fantastic. Like we would have considered today. Gabriel and Saliba put in very many good tackles and very many good blocks. I'm going to give Gabriel. They're actually quite lucky not to get any higher than this, because I thought they were actually very, very incredible. So I'm going to give Gabriel an 8 out of 10. We kept a clean sheet. Now, these are 8s going to like 8.5. I thought he was fantastic. Very, very good blocks. In case you're just joining, this was one of them. This was going to be a goal, clearly. And Gabriel put in a very, very good block. This was a definite goal. It was going in. Fantastic defending once again from Gabriel, just like he did against Brentford in midweek. So Gabriel gets an 8 out of 10 today. Same with Saliba, an incredible defender, 2 very good tackles in the box. Like every time Saliba goes for those tackles, I'm like, you're going to give a penalty. And then I remember it's William Saliba. Why am I worried? This is not Mustafi. He's going to time the tackle. Yes, maybe sometimes. There's a time that Gabriel and Saliba might give away a penalty, yes. But throughout the season, you're not going to be perfect. But if you're timing the challenges 95% of the times good, that is good. I'm happy with that. So the tackle success rate is great, and the way they're blocking the shots as well, fantastic. So 8 for Saliba, just like Gabriel. Zinchenko, I'm so happy Zinchenko. I think he gave away the ball once. I think Zinchenko gives away the ball at least once per game. But in terms of going forward, like he looks so comfortable in the ball, man. Like so good. Zinchenko, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 as well. What a player. I was really happy with him. Ben White. Now, Ben White, he didn't put as many blocks in as Gabriel and Saliba and those players at the back, but he went to the other side and he got a goal. So again, it makes up for him not putting in so many blocks and tackles, and he's kept a clean sheet as well. So these players are actually quite unlucky not to get a 9. Today's man of the match is going to be hard. I'm going to put a poll on YouTube. Ben White gets an 8 out of 10 for today as well. So defenders, I think it has to be that. Raya 8, Gabriel 8, Saliba 8, Zinchenko 8, Ben White 8 as well. Those are the defenders. Midfielders, Declan Rice. This is a tough one. I mean, it's not like a performance like he had against Man United or anything. He didn't need to be that superb. But he did what he needed to do in midfield, tackles, perfect. I might be wrong in a couple of ratings, yes. Declan Rice. Did Declan Rice do? He was obviously very solid in midfield, but I'm saying in terms of the style, oh my goodness, Declan Rice blocked that one or he tackled that one. Aiming to have Declan Rice at Arsenal, it's an absolute blessing. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10, but let me know, is he unlikely to get 7? Should I be giving him an 8 out of 10? Also, let me know, what do you want Tottenham and Liverpool to do? Do you want a draw? Do you want Tottenham to win, or do you want Liverpool to win? 7 out of 10 for Declan Rice for today. Kai Havertz, oh, thank goodness, finally he scored the goal, man. Finally. Actually, it's not even about 007. You know, there's a couple of games there that you shouldn't count. Like against Everton, he came on for like 4 minutes. So today was his true like 7th game, but they're not gonna hear about that. But I don't care. Their teams are losing and my team is winning. So Kai Havertz for today, I think he was superb. I'm going to give him the same as Declan Rice. Scored the confidence with the penalty as well. Like if he had missed that, oh, I don't know. Like if he missed today's penalty, I don't think you'd ever recover, like in terms of confidence after that. Like it would have been terrible. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for today, just like Declan Rice. And then Martin Odegaard. Let's just even assume that Odegaard did not score a penalty today, and he did not get 2 assists. Was it the one? Let me know again. Did he assist Ben White's goal? I missed. Was it Fabio Villa or Odegaard? I don't even know who put in the cross. Let me just confirm. It was Odegaard, of course. 2 assists. I had him as my captain, and then I removed him. Martin Odegaard. The pass for the first goal, the Saka goal, the pass that he gave to Jesus, just absolutely incredible. Second half, the way he got us the penalty, the way he converted the penalty as well, the way just the pass, there's another pass he gave, I think, to Zinchenko in the first half on the left side. Absolutely fantastic once again. He's just an incredible player, Martin Odegaard, man. Absolutely incredible. We got him for 35 million. We signed Martin Odegaard for 35 million. You know what? If Martin Odegaard was playing like this and he was playing for Real Madrid right now, we would have to pay like 100 and something million. If we sell Martin Odegaard today, we are going to have to pay a lot of money for him. Now, people can have bad games, but there's some Arsenal fans, because Odegaard was quiet against Tottenham. I was not happy with his performance against Tottenham, but people started saying stuff like, yeah, this Odegaard is not good enough. I was like, really now? Who are we lying to here? Odegaard is not good enough. People say that Odegaard does not turn up in big games. I'm pretty sure Odegaard has scored against Tottenham away before. I'm sure Odegaard has scored against Newcastle. I'm sure he scored plenty of goals against Chelsea. I know he recently just scored against Man United as well. I don't know about Odegaard not turning up in big games. He scored in almost all of them. So we have to be fair in terms of our judgment. I was not happy with his performance against Tottenham, but today, sometimes the teams that are going to play defensive football, Odegaard is going to cut them open and rip them apart. He got a goal. He got 2 assists. We do count the assist that he got the penalty. So I'm going to give Martin Odegaard for today. Fantastic performance. He's even quite unlucky not to get a 10 out of 10. If he scored another goal, it would have been a 10. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 for today. Fantastic performance for Odegaard by Odegaard. 9 out of 10 for today. Next up, the forward players. Saka opened up the scoring today. I'm going to give him a point for giving Odegaard and Havertz the penalties to take, because he would have had a hat-trick today. So Saka, once again, just another fantastic player, man. He scored the opening goal. He gave the penalty to Havertz. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I still do think the defenders were slightly better, but attacking wise today, I think we were great. So 8 out of 10 for Bukayo Saka. Gabriel Jesus helped us a lot in terms of the first goal. He didn't score, as someone has mentioned in the chat. Obviously, yes, he should have scored today. So need more from him, but I'm going to give him. Now I'm going to give Jesus a 7. He didn't score, but I'm going to give him a 7. But Havertz 7 and Rice, Havertz 7, I think is slightly better than Jesus. Although Jesus he worked a lot today as well. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I think that is fair enough. Edin Ketty as well got us the second penalty with a good run. As I said at the beginning, Ketty in terms of energy and running and passing players, fantastic. But the finishing product, him and Jesus missed a couple of chances today. Otherwise, would have been celebrating 8-0 right now. It would have been 8-0 to Arsenal. But I'm going to give him Ketia 7 as well for today. He got us the assist for the second goal. And in terms of energy and working his back off, absolutely great. So 7 out of 10 for him. Let me know if there's any you disagree with. Let me recap the players. Raya 8, Gabriel 8, Saliba 8 as well. I'm going to give Zinchenko an 8. Ben White 8 as well. Declan Rice 7, Havertz 7, Odegaard 9, Saka 8, Jesus 7, and Ketia 7. Hopefully, let me know if you disagree with any of them, and then I'll give you my thoughts on that. From the players who came off the bench, Reece Nelson came in the 67th minute. I think he was okay once again. I have no problem with Nelson. Remember back in the day, when Maitland-Niles used to come on, or Bellerin comes on, or Nelson comes on, I was usually like, Nelson, I'm not sure, man. Niles, I'm not sure. These days, I cannot even lie to you. These days, Nelson comes on, and I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go. Nelson is on. I know he's going to do something. Today he was on for only 20 minutes, but I think he did okay. Okay, if you add the 7 minutes of added time, he was on for around 30 minutes, actually. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 for today. Tomiyasu, I love him a lot. He does his job. He was also part of the team that kept a clean sheet. He was on for 30 minutes. So I'm giving them a 6 out of 10, but it's a 6 to 6.5 if I was giving half. So Tomiyasu 6, just like Chris Nelson. Fabio Vieira, I think Vieira came on and did okay, actually. I think Vieira was quite okay today. So I am going to give him the same as the others. I'm going to give Fabio Vieira 6. I'm so happy. Some of you are saying sell Vieira, you remember, in the transfer window. No, give him time. He's going to come good. And now look how Vieira is playing right now. He looks very confident right away. 6 out of 10 for Vieira as well. Smith Rowe so unlucky not to score today. He could have had a brace after coming on, but I think he looked very sharp coming on. He missed a very good chance. The second the chance that he had one-on-one against the goalkeeper Smith Rowe, you need to score that. I think if that is it's tough because I know Nketiah and Jesus miss as well, but Jesus in that situation, you usually expect him to score. But hey, he's the thing with the likes of Smith Rowe, I don't have a problem with them missing chances. The first game he started was against Brentford in a long time, so we are not going to get the 2021-2022 Smith Rowe right away, but he looked very lively, so I'm happy with that as well. Smith Rowe gets a 6 out of 10. Jorginho put in a very good tackle in midfield after he came on, so he also gets a 6 out of 10. So I've given everyone today above a 6 out of 10, even the subs, because I thought they did very, very well again. Mikel Arteta, 4-0 win, biggest victory of the season so far, another away clean sheet. He gave minutes. I still wanted Saka to be subbed off a bit earlier. I didn't want him to wait for him to be kicked again for him to sub him off, so I do have a slight problem with that. And we're already 3 goals up, so I doubt Bournemouth would come from behind and score 3 goals. Nelson getting more game time, happy with that. Tomiyasu getting more game time, happy with that. Smith Rowe getting, how many minutes did Smith Rowe get? Smith Rowe got 17 minutes, that is good. 18 minutes. Rice got a rest as well. Saka was subbed off, Zinchenko subbed off. I'm going to take off 1 mark because I wanted the likes of Saka to be subbed off early. But in terms of victory, another clean sheet, it could have been 7-0. I don't think it's not 7-0 because of Arteta. We missed a lot of chances. Ketia, Jesus, Smith Rowe, it could have been 7 or 8-0. So for today, Mikel, I'm not going to give him perfect because I was still not happy with a couple of subs. I wanted Saka off early, but I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 for today. Perfect performance on a weekend that Man United have lost again. Yes, this is not last week or the previous week. They have actually lost again. That's what they do. They lose a lot. Man City have lost to Wolves. What? Can we actually win the league? Who knows? Brighton lost as well. Tottenham and Liverpool are currently drawing. So I'm going off right now to watch the Tottenham Liverpool game. Let's see how they do. Apparently, Liverpool are back to being title challengers. I do think so as well. Tottenham, apparently, they're looking good. So let's see how they perform in this match. I will put a poll on the YouTube community tab. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure to get on YouTube and vote as well. Who your man of the match was. Let me take a couple of comments. Draw is good for Liverpool and Spurs, says Chelena. Wisdom says a draw will be better. Moise says Ben White, Mr. Consistent, I guess is what he mean. I love him so much, man. Like, he's one of my best Arsenal players. People are like, he still doesn't get picked for England, you know? Somehow, the likes of Maguire still gets picked for England instead of Ben White. I'm not going to complain. Ben White gets a rest for us, no problem. With Saliba at the back, Arsenal, we don't concede any silly goals again, man. I love Saliba so much. Roger says, Amrabat told the coach to play me anywhere. Coach, here's the left back position. Amrabat foul and United consider set piece. I was so happy when he's doing that. I was watching, I had both screens on, and I think he got a yellow card. Yes, I think I saw Amrabat getting a yellow card. Fantastic. Seeing Man United fans in tears when you're winning, you love to see it. You inject it to my veins. Man United losing again. That's a good one. Also, up Gunners, the London is red again. I read that one. Let me see. Saka injuries that serious, he should play against City. You know what I would do? Baba Tope, I wouldn't even. We have Lons in midweek. Lons, I think they've won like one game this season or something. I'd be very tempted not to play Saka against Lons. I think we can win that game without him. I seriously do. Especially Trossard back. I mean, we'll talk about that game tomorrow, the Lons game. We are playing on Tuesday. But I really want Saka for Man City game, man. Like, I think we have a big chance. Man City have lost 2 games in a row, by the way. They will be very ready to beat us, man. They don't usually lose 3 games in a row. They have Leipzig in midweek. I think this is one of the biggest chance we have of even getting close to beating Man City. The fact that they don't have the likes of Rodri and they're a bit short of confidence. And we have Trossard back, Martinelli back, Partey's coming back, Rice is back. I'd be very tempted to rest Saka for midweek. We have the squad, man. Even if Nelson starts against Lons, that is a game we can win. Even with Nelson there, even if Smith Rowe there, even if Havertz starts, I think you have a very good opportunity for winning that game. So let's see how it goes. But I don't think it's a serious injury, but he gets kicked a lot, so he has those bruises maybe for a couple of days, and then he feels better. But I wouldn't even start him against Lons. But I will think about that one. We got the win, absolutely fantastic win, 4 goals away from home at Bournemouth. That is exactly what you need to do. And on top of that, Kai Havertz scored. What a time to be alive. Thank you for watching, guys. Catch up with you on the next one.